Throughout history, there have been countless wars over countless disputes. But the most common dispute? Who was the greatest computing science hero of all time? Duh. Everyone has their own opinion. Abraham Lincoln thought it was Gordon-Moore. Obama was certain that it was Ada Lovelace. But Harry Potter swore it was at Chat Turing. Yet Voldemort believes von Neumann took the cake. But now, the world's biggest question will be answered in this episode of the Computing Science Superheroes.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's get ready to rumble! Introducing first, fighting out of the red corner,
Ada Lovelace! Ha, I'm Ada Lovelace, and you're probably wondering how I got here. I'm Ada Lovelace, or Augustus Ada King Countess of Lovelace, to give my full name. I was born in 1815 in London. My parents were Lord and Lady Byron. My dad was hoping that I would be a boy, but I was in fact a girl. My mum left my father when I was 5 weeks old and took me with her. When I was growing up, I was surrounded by science. My tutor, Mary Somerville, introduced me to Charles Babbage, the man who made the first computer. I was intrigued by the machine and helped Babbage with it. When Babbage conceived the idea of the machine, he thought that it would be sold to banks to calculate numbers for accounts. But I thought differently. I knew that the machine could do so much more than just calculate numbers. I wrote the first program to run on Babbage's differential engine, but alas, it wasn't created when I could test the program, as I died in 1852 of cancer.
And his opponent across the ring on my left, fighting out of the blue corner,
Gordon-Moore! Ha, I'm Gordon-Moore, and you're probably wondering how I got here. I was born in San Francisco in 1929 and grew up in a town called Pascagoula, about an hour's drive from San Francisco. My dad was the sheriff of this hereby town. I went to school in Sasquatch High School. After that, I went to the University of California and got a Bachelor of Science degree in chemistry in 1950. I received a PhD in chemistry in 1954. I was the one to think that every 2 years there are no components on a board doubles. So this is the Moore's Law, named after me. Of course, I am the best computer science superhero of all time anyway. I also co-founded Intel, the most successful computer company of all time. I was at the forefront of using new technology like memory and silicone chips. But as I already predicted the future and the power and the greatness that it holds, I saw the death of my own law, as transistors got too small that we couldn't get them any smaller.
the red corner,
John von Neumann! Hello, I'm John von Neumann, and you're probably wondering how I got here. And like the other wrestlers here, I didn't go into life knowing that I would be the best computer science superhero of all time. I was born in Hungary in 1907 to a rather wealthy family, which was likely essential for the development of my skills to their maximum potential. I was familiar with calculus at age 8 and tutored to suit my advanced intelligence. Though my father wanted me to become a plain old chemical engineer, I set out on my own path and became one of the greatest mathematicians of my time, inventing a few new fields. Here's where the computing comes in. In 1945, I invented the merge sort sorting algorithm, and the most importantly, my paper of my proposition of the first computer to use the modern architecture, with a control unit, arithmetic unit, later arithmetic and logical unit, main memory, slow external memory, input and output was published, hence the name von Neumann architecture. On top of this, I was a major contributor to the Manhattan Project, which was a US operation to create the first nuclear weapons. I'm clearly the most important out of all of us because of that huge stride, as well as my various other achievements in other fields.
Fighting out of the blue corner.
Alan Turing! Hi, I'm Alan Turing, and you're probably wondering how I got here. I was born on the 23rd of June 1912 in London, England. My parents were Julius Turing and Ethel Stoney. Even though my early school teachers were pathetic and dismissive when it came to maths and science, their recommendations to leave and go to a school to fit my needs were useful. At age 15, I could solve complex mathematical problems with no knowledge of previous established calculus. I theorized the Turing test, a test which concluded that if a human couldn't tell a computer from a real human in a conversation, the computer would be considered intelligent. I also collaborated with my folks at Bletchley Park to crack the Enigma code and shorten World War II by perhaps 4 years. Unfortunately, I was prosecuted for my homosexuality. Possibly most importantly, I made the design for the first stored program computer, inspiring von Neumann with his architecture and enhanced our lives massively.
The winner of this contest,
Gordon Moore.